Okay, so here's my two guns. The Taurus. To show you that both guns are unloaded, no magazines. They don't have anything in the chamber whatsoever. So both guns are safe. I know a lot of people don't like to see unsafe things, and I don't blame them at all. Just a little comparison, a gun review. My new gun is this one here, my Taurus G3c, G3c. It's a little bit smaller than my SR9, but it works really well. I took it to the range, had no problems with it whatsoever. I ran 3 different mags, 3 different ammo to it, the MagTech, the S&B, and the Blazers. And I ran a couple of hollow points to it, the SIG Elite Crown hollow points, and had no problem whatsoever. This gun is a nice little gun. It shoots well. It holds 10 rounds. This one here is a little bit different than the Ruger, the way how it operates. I'm going to go over that in a minute, and we're going to see how it compares to the Ruger. So, by comparison, they're both about the same width. You probably could see that, but like I say, the Ruger is slightly more long. I think it's a 3.5 barrel, and this one 3.2. For the Taurus, now the way they come apart is a little different. The Taurus comes apart just like a Glock, with the 2 on a side. So compared to the Ruger, it has a pin inside of it where you have to push it down, you know, to get it to release. You have to take the pin out to get to come off. So we'll do that. And a couple other things is this one here has a safety on both sides of it, where the Taurus doesn't have it. It has it only on one side. The Taurus, it has a double action, single action feature where you pull the trigger and it fires. You could release the trigger and pull it again. If you have a light firing pin strike, you could do that multiple times, like a revolver, pretty much. So you could pull it, you know, fire, release, and it'll fire again. Now, when you fire it, and once you cock it, you're going to have a long trigger pull for that next shot. It's got a long pull, but once you hit that part, it's got a short break, nice and crisp break. And once the gun cycles, when you're firing a live round to it, the take up is, the release, you know, to go back to reset it is really small, and you could shoot it again. And it's a nice little crisp thing. And once you get past that first shot, that's what's nice about the Taurus. Now on a Ruger, you pull it once, release it, it's got a short one, and then you can pull it again. Now the first one is going to be a little bit mushy. So it's basically, if you want to compare it, once you pull it, it's hit the wall, which is right here. But you remember, you got to still pull it, and now it's getting a little bit tighter and tighter until it breaks. With a Taurus, so once you hit that wall, it breaks. There's no more pulling on it. So that's a good feature that the Taurus has. Taurus has come a long way with that gun. Okay, so we're going to take them apart and see the differences. Like I say, the Ruger, the pin is really, my gun, it's like nice and tight. I gotta kind of, want to pull that back a little bit, then I pull the pin out, release it open, there's a little pin in there that, you know, the ejection, you know, just have to push it down and then release it, and then the slide comes off, and there we go. The Taurus, just like a Glock, pull it back a little bit, push those two things in, pull the trigger, and it'll come apart. And then grab it, pin right. There we go. Ta-da. So it's a little bit easier to take the Taurus apart than the Ruger, but that's okay. As far as the insides, they're both basically the same, made the same way. The Taurus is just slightly different, but as you can see, the barrel length, you know, the slide length is just a little bit different, but that's okay. I mean, that much, you know, I don't think it's really going to affect the accuracy of at close range. They both shoot really well. And the insides of the two, again, they're pretty much the same. The Ruger has this little plate where the Taurus doesn't. Like I say, it's more closer to a Glock, but they do work really, really well. The Ruger has a little bit more of a bigger groove over here for the slide, where the Ruger, the Taurus over here has got this here, and it's got a little bit in the back. Oh, so does the Ruger, so it keeps the slide nice and steady. So that's the difference between the two. If you compare them, actually the groove where it sits in, it's basically the length. It's just that there's more metal for the Ruger, but actually where the groove sits inside the slide, there's not much difference at all. So they're both very nice, well run. The grip for the Taurus is a little bit more aggressive than the Ruger, and it feels comfortable. You get that pinky extension where it makes it really good to grab onto. And so I use the Ruger, and I put my extended grips on them too when I'm shooting it, because it makes it a little bit more easier to grab onto. But the Taurus is a really nice gun, and I like some of the features are better than the Ruger. Some people would like the Ruger better than the Taurus. Some people would like the Taurus better than the Ruger, but they did a really nice job with this Taurus this time. I looked at the reviews on YouTube, and a lot of people tend to like the Taurus on the way it's made. They've come a long way. Make sure you clean the guns out. So that's the comparison. On the range, I don't see, you know, that much problem. It tended to me to shoot a little bit low. I guess some guns you line up the dot in the middle. Some guns you have to aim high, or when you put it on a sight picture, the dot and the three have to be right all across, and the circle has to be right underneath it. Some of them you have to put right on it. It all depends on the firearm. That's why when you have a new gun, you have to take it to the range and you have to shoot it and get to know your gun. Know how it works, know how it operates, know how it shoots, what ammo it likes, what ammo it don't like. That's very, very important. Okay? So, you can take it buying the gun and just say, well, I know I just have to point and shoot. No, that's not how it works. You have to shoot the gun, knowing what kind of ammo it is, where it's going to hit, knowing how it operates. If you have a misfire, rack it, drop the magazine, tap, pull the trigger, all that stuff in your training. This way here, you do it on the range, you know how the gun comes out, you know, point and shoot, you know where the bullet's going to go. You could use the gun more efficiently that way, okay? So these guns here, like I say, they go back pretty simple, you know, like any other semi-automatic. They're both really made guns for the money. They're actually budget guns. Like I said, the Taurus came out with a real nice gun for the money. So I like it a lot. Some people might not, but oh, wrong side. Let's get it right. Yeah. Function check. Oops. You'll do one more thing. A little the ejection pin there that is supposed to pick it up. Yep. And it's right in the right position. Close it. Use the trigger. Rack it. Hit a click. Pull the trigger. One more time. Put the safety on. Gun should not fire. Okay, that's a function check on any firearm that you have. Okay, Taurus the same way, Glock's the same way. When you always put the guns back together, you always want to do a function check and make sure it was working properly. If it doesn't work then you did something wrong. So the Taurus goes back a lot easier. It goes back together just like a Glock. Fire it, hold the pit trigger down, rack it. Hit a click, fire it again, rack it, put safety on, gun should not fire. Okay, well, there's my video on these two great pistols. Take them to the range, see which one you like. They're both about the same weight. I think the Taurus might be a little bit heavier. But a great pistol, though. I think that's why this absorbs the recoil a little bit more better than the Ruger. But I like them both. So take care. Please subscribe. We'll see you soon.